Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for this demonstration of the Form PI1 General Application, or PI1 for short. In this module, I'll be showing you the general sheet. This sheet includes questions to identify what is being applied for and to provide necessary administrative information. Throughout the workbook, all yellow cells should be completed by the applicant unless noted otherwise. Questions will gray out based on responses to previous questions. I'll now show you some of the main questions and features of this sheet. On each data entry sheet, there is an unlocked column for applicant internal comments. This is an optional area to be used by consultants and applicants as they prepare their application. All notes should be deleted prior to submittal. This column is not an appropriate location to make notes to TCEQ staff. This row is important. All PI1s must be confirmed to be the official TCEQ version by selecting I agree here. I entered example applicant information so you can see some of the data fields as I scroll through the administrative information. Section 3, the permit information section, is very important. For each permit type, the applicant should indicate the action type requested. No entry can be left blank in this section to ensure correct conditional formatting is applied throughout the workbook. For example, questions related to renewals will be grayed out if renewal is not selected for any permit type. In this example, I'll select an amendment for a minor NSR permit. You can see that I can now enter the permit number. Combinations can be selected. For example, an initial minor NSR, initial PSD, and initial non-attainment permit can all be applied for together. I've indicated all the other permit types are not applicable since I'm not applying for any other permit types in this example. The next questions are for other categories such as MSS activities, consolidation of NSR permits, incorporation of standard permits, standard exemptions, and/or PBRs that can be done by reference or consolidation, and federal operating permits. Here is the location information. I used the drop-down list to select my county here as Harris County in this example. The rows below filled with the appropriate TCEQ region and with the current classification for non-attainment. In this case, it is non-attainment for ozone and the classification is serious. There are other questions related to the facility and site location. Here in the project information section, we'll enter a description of the project we are applying for. We are looking for something brief and complete, describing the what, not the how and why. For example, in this project, I've indicated that I'm increasing the hours of operation of a turbine. I did not list why or how it will be calculated. You can expand the row height as needed to show the full description. And there are some additional project questions. The application materials section lists different materials that may be submitted with the PI1. The preferred method for submitting all of these materials and the instructions to do so are included on the cover sheet. For each item listed, the applicant will indicate if it's attached using the drop-downs. They will then indicate that the item meets all of the requirements listed. The final section is the original signature block. Our example amendment project does not require an original ink signature because the application will be signed and submitted in steers. For projects that will be submitted through email, as described on the cover sheet, a signed hard copy of this page must be submitted to APD.